Hey guys, Dan the Wolfman here. Got a little over 100 rounds of 38 Special. Just filmed the world's longest video on 38 Special, comparing 5 revolvers, see which is the most accurate, 5 different manufacturers. I hope you guys check it out with 3 different types of ammo to really drive home the point how different guns like different ammo, different grain weight, different velocity, point of aim, point of impact shifts, like the late great Paul Harrell said, and it proves it out. One of which was first time shooting a old Smith Wesson K38. Now, a lot of you are about to hate me in the comments down below and say I don't know what I'm doing and I'm a stupid guy. But the K38, masterpiece, combat masterpiece, very, very good 4-inch Smith. So please look at the video. And what I'm about to do is shoot the old Plus P, yes, Plus P FBI load 38G, 158 grain Plus P lead semi wad cutter hollow point, even though they call it just a semi wad cutter hollow point on here, but it's made of lead. So lead semi wad cutter hollow point. This is the old FBI load. The originally was the St. Louis load and has other names. This, from typically law enforcement carried 4-inch barrels like this Smith or Colts at the time, was the best man-stopping round available at the time. And from 4-inch Smiths, and in Canada CMP 5-inch Smiths, this ammo, and I have all the real data, performs very, very good, and plus all the hearsay down through the ages, from 4-inch it was amazing. So as good as like any modern 9mm, other than maybe car doors, windshields. Look at Gun Sam. I sent him some and he's tested some previously for that. How it compares to Gold Dot. I've tested it myself. Please subscribe to my Paul Harrell Tribute playlist. Amazing from 4-inch. I'm going to go with that. Pretty good from 3-inch. Please look at my ballistics test. 2-inch. It doesn't suck, but compared to modern ammo, it does. Now for carry, I like 3-inch revolvers for a belt gun. And then if you're going to carry 1 revolver, you have to carry 2. Slow strips and speed loaders aren't as fast as you think you are when you're taking incoming fire in a 4 to 8 second gunfight, typical. So you got to carry 2, maybe 12 seconds, maybe 17 seconds, or outlier gunfights on active self-protection. Carry a 2-inch in your weak side coat pocket, weak side front pocket, etc. So I like 3-inch for belt, 2-inch for pocket as the backup or New York reload or ancillary. So even though this is very old, metallurgy got better. Metallurgy got better from my research after World War II. So you wait a few years after World War II ended, metallurgy got better. A lot of people say don't go until it had like the Model 15 designation, starting in late 58, 59. But as long as it's mid-50s, I think it's going to be fine. At least a limited supply. And Greg at Lionquest Fitness agrees with me. I don't think it's going to blow open my hams. I hope not. And from the earlier competition, I slightly moved this left. It might be too far left. And I slightly moved it down the adjustable sights, rear sights. So I don't have orange paint on the front. I might do that if I actually stash it as a hideaway gun sometime. I don't do that. Everything gets locked up. But maybe I get rich and get a mansion someday. I don't know. So bottom right corner, classic and actually pretty rare K38 pre-model 15. This one goes to you, Paul Harrell. Bottom right. I'm going to do 3 slow and check, I think. Okay, 6 o'clock hold, kind of bottom of the white. Let's see if I'm too far left or I'm just tiny bit right. Slow burn, but this is also for my future reference. Okay, from Mark 1 eyeballs, I'm okay with that 10 ring, that 9 ring, and that 8 ring. Maybe I want slightly too low. This wasn't, but maybe Let me pause, do a very slight adjustment, and do 3 more rapid fire maybe. I might have adjusted a little too much, I'm not sure. Let me do 3 fast and see how it goes. So small tidbits for you, 4s. Remember 4s, front opposite, rear same. Also, 38 plus P got changed, I believe, in 1974. I believe the cartridges have been around black powder, 1898, maybe 99. I think it was 1898. And so Sammy lowered it. So plus P nowadays is what standard pressure always was. They didn't have the way of measuring it as much back then. And it's kind of like cup over in Europe instead of Sammy. But basically, if you're mid to late 50s or over, you can do some plus P. Maybe even a lot of plus P. But other stuff like J-frames might get loosey-goosey on you. I don't want this to go loosey-goosey, but probably a little bit is okay. Probably for carry is okay. To check point of aim, point of impact, like I'm doing, is okay. This ammo, I bought my own, and it's good stocking up ammo if you can find a good deal on it. Even though Federal's helped me out in the past. Very good from 4-inch, pretty good from 3-inch. A lot of old-timers still carrying it from a 2-inch or less, 1 7/8 inch. There's certainly better choices, and especially in like aluminum J-frames, lower recoil stuff nowadays, like a 120 plus P punch or 130 plus P has you shock deep. But from a 4-inch or longer, boy baby, you could rock on. Okay, nice big tuba mushroom at the front from a 4-inch. But look at the ballistics from 2 and 3-inch and make that decision on your bow. Okay, a little more rapid pace, 10 yards. Little to the left. Last one was a little to the left. I don't have the front sight painted. Mark 1 eyeballs. One great 8 on the spine and 2 bad trigger pulls on me. So I don't know what to say about that. But anyway, hopefully I taught you a little bit on can you use plus P in an older revolver. Everyone has a whole lot of opinions on that. There's some old writers that tested to 2,500 round marks. There's guys online that did it to 1,000, and they're okay. I think you're probably okay. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, or if you learned anything. I know this was a slow one. Please look at the other one, and it'll really show you different ammo types, grain weights, velocities, and 5 different revolvers to find out which company or which one revolver is the most accurate and which has the least point impact shift, things like that, in the tightest groups. Thanks, everyone. Kaboom.